Hi everyone. Today in this video we are going to discuss about Orlistat. What is this drug Orlistat? This drug is a reversible lipase inhibitor and this drug inhibits the lipid absorption, therefore it is used in the treatment of obesity. But here what is the suffix of the drug? The suffix indicates stat and this suffix should not be confused with another suffix statin. Statins are the anti-hyperlipidemic drugs which are going to reduce the LDL cholesterol. But here Orlistat is not a drug that is related to statins. Then what is this Orlistat? Here within the name we can identify few of the information of this drug. The letters Li indicates this drug is related with the lipids and stat indicates it is stopping the absorption. So Orlistat is a drug which reduces the lipid absorption by inhibition of lipase enzyme. Similarly, the first two letters can give some information of this drug, particularly about the side effects. Just for remembering, we can decode like this. The letter O indicates this drug produces some oil spotting as well as oily stools. Because lipids are not absorbed in the intestine, they are going to be excreted through the feces which produce oily stools, oil spotting. Similarly, the letter R indicates this drug produces renal stones. Since Orlistat deals with the lipids, it can produce some renal stones. So these are the two important side effects of this Orlistat which can be remembered in this way. So today in this video we are going to discuss about this Orlistat, how this drug acts, what are the important precautions, side effects, drug interactions, contraindications and clinical use of this drug we will discuss in this video. So the main use of Orlistat is to produce the weight loss in the patients. That's why this drug can be used in the management of obesity. Along with the diet and calorie control, this drug can be given to reduce the weight. In the patients who are having the body mass index greater than or equal to 30 kg per square meter, this Orlistat can be given. But sometimes in the patients who are having some risk factors such as diabetes, hypertension or dyslipidemia which may produce atherosclerosis resulting in cardiovascular complications, in such patients the weight should be strictly controlled. Then the target body mass index is 27 kg per square meter. So in those patients if BMI is greater than or equal to 27 kg per square meter, then Orlistat can be used to control the weight of the patients. Similarly, this drug can also be used to control weight regain in the patients. If any patient is having sudden weight loss, this may stimulate few of the pathways which increase the weight regain. In such conditions, Orlistat can be used to control the weight so that the body mass index is not crossing 30 kg per square meter. Now let us see the chemical nature of this drug. So this is the structure of Orlistat and here we can identify one of the amino acid, that is nothing but the leucine which is having the pharmalyl group on the nitrogen. So this is nothing but N-pharmyl leucine and this N-pharmyl leucine forms an ester with another long chain. What is this long chain? Here we can observe a 4-membered heterocyclic ring system with one oxygen. Let us give the numbering. We have to start the numbering from oxygen. Then this will be second, third and fourth. So second position a ketone group is present and the ring is oxetane. So it is nothing but oxetane 2O. To this ring at the fourth position a large chain is present which is having a hydroxyl group at the second position that forms an ester with N-pharmyl leucine. So this longest chain is having the 13 carbons and this is attached by fourth position. So we can write this as 4-2-hydroxy tridecyl. That is the chain present at the fourth position. Similarly, at the third position, simply hexyl group is present. So 3-hexyl. These are the chemical features of Orlistat. Now let us see how this drug acts. Orlistat mainly acts on the absorption of lipids at the stomach as well as duodenum. So here triglycerides are going to be absorbed through the intestinal lumen. These triglycerides cannot be reabsorbed directly because of their large structure. and they should be cleaved into small fragments. For that, they require some enzymatic activity. So pancreas is one of the source from which one of the enzyme is going to be released, that is the lipase. This lipase which is released from the pancreas can enter into the intestine where it can act on the triglycerides. Now lipase is the cleavage enzyme for triglycerides which can convert triglycerides into free fatty acids. These free fatty acids are small fragments which can be absorbed into the intestine so that they can reach into the systemic circulation. In this way, triglycerides are converted into free fatty acids by intestinal lipase enzyme. Now, in presence of orlistat, what happens? So, triglycerides in presence of orlistat are not properly absorbed because they require one of the enzyme, lipase enzyme. Now, orlistat can bind to the catalytic site on the lipase enzyme, thereby it inhibits the activity of this enzyme. And when this enzyme is inactive, triglycerides cannot be split into free fatty acids. So, they cannot be reabsorbed as it is. So, they are neither converted into free fatty acids nor absorbed directly. So they pass through the intestinal lumen and excreted into the feces. In this way, orlistat can reduce the lipid absorption, thereby it can produce weight loss in the patients. Now let us the precautions of orlistat. One of the important precautions is with the vitamin absorption. The fat soluble vitamins like A, D, E, K as well as beta carotene, all they are going to be reabsorbed from the intestine. Normally, because of their lipid solubility, they can be easily absorbed through the intestine. But in presence of orlistat, this orlistat can form a complex with these vitamins, and this complex is non-absorbable. So, in presence of orlistat, the vitamin absorption is going to be reduced. That's why multivitamin supplement should be given along with the orlistat in order to control the vitamin deficiency. Another important precaution of this drug is on the liver injury. This drug can produce some lobular necrosis, hepatocytes are getting some necrotic damage, and it can also precipitate acute hepatic failure, which may produce few of the symptoms in the patients such as anorexia, loss of appetite, pruritus, jaundice, dark urine, abdominal pain. So any of these symptoms are observed in the patients after use of orlistat, then liver functionality should be checked, and if any liver abnormality is developed, then this drug should be stopped. Similarly, orlistat can produce some calcium oxalate crystals in the urine. So this is one of the important side effects produced by orlistat. The calcium oxalate crystals in the urine can enter into the bladder where they can produce some stones within the bladder. So these stones within the bladder can produce nephrolithiasis, renal stones. And these renal stones are because of increased calcium oxalate crystals, and this may produce oxalate nephropathy, damage to the renal system because of oxalate crystals. And this condition produce pain during the urination, decreased urination, and increased risk of infections. So when this orlistat is going to be used, care should be taken to check any development of renal stones in the patients. Similarly, orlistat can also produce cholelithiasis. This is the formation of gallstones. Within the gallbladder, gallstones can be formed which may block the bile ducts so that the bile is not properly released from the gallbladder. In this way, orlistat can produce both renal stones as well as gallstones. What are the side effects? The important side effects of orlistat are mainly related to the gastrointestinal system. It can mainly produce fecal urgency and oil spotting, the distribution of the oil at the anus as well as within the fecal matter, and it can produce flatus with discharge, which is a gas released during the defecation, and it can produce oily stools, oily evacuation, which is the release of the oil during the defecation without any fecal matter, and increased defecation and fecal incontinence can be developed in the patients. So all these are related to increased fat discharge through the fecal matter. Similarly, it can produce other gastrointestinal side effects such as upper abdominal pain, headache, dizziness, nausea, rectal pain, upper respiratory tract infections, and some tooth disorders, gingival disorders can be produced by this drug. What are the drug interactions? Since orlistat interferes with the absorption of vitamins, similarly it can also interfere with the absorption of other drugs such as cyclosporine, levothyroxine, fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, K. So orlistat can form an insoluble complex with these drugs which reduce their absorption. So whenever these drugs are administered after the orlistat, a 4 hours gap should be maintained, or before the administration of orlistat, these drugs can be given within 2 hours. And here the absorption of vitamin K is more important because when the absorption of this vitamin is reduced, it may increase the action of warfarin because warfarin is a vitamin K antagonist. So in the patients who are taking warfarin, the action of warfarin may be increased, resulting in the hemorrhage. So care should be taken to reduce the dose of the warfarin in presence of orlistat. What are the contraindications? Can reduce the fetal weight, so it is contraindicated in the pregnant woman. And it can produce gallstones, so it is contraindicated in cholestasis, a disorder associated with obstruction of the bile, because orlistat can further reduce the biliary secretion. And since this drug is going to reduce lipid as well as vitamin absorption, this drug is contraindicated in chronic malabsorption syndrome. In this syndrome, the absorption of many of the vitamins and essential components are reduced. In such conditions, this orlistat should be contraindicated. How it is given? This drug is available as capsules and the dose of the drug is given at 120 mg, given thrice daily. But one of the important thing is that this drug should be given along with each meal containing fat because this drug mainly acts by inhibition of lipid absorption. So if a meal is not having any significant fat composition, this drug is ineffective. In such situations, there is no need to take this orlistat. So each meal should have a fat content such that it can reduce lipid absorption and better control weight in the patients. So that's about this drug orlistat, which is a reversible lipase inhibitor. This drug is having the suffix listat, which indicates this drug stops the absorption of lipids, and the letter O indicates this drug produces oily spotting as well as oily stools. The letter R can be remembered as renal stones. So this drug produces two important side effects, oily spotting and renal stones. But this drug can also increase the liver injury, which may produce hepatic failure. And this drug is used for management of obesity, where it is given at a dose of 120 mg given thrice daily along with each meal containing fat component. This orlistat can reduce the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, K and few of the other drugs like cyclosporine, levothyroxine, and it can also increase the warfarin action by reducing the absorption of vitamin K. So that's about this orlistat. Hope you have enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, share this video with your friends, post your comments in the comment box. Thank you for watching this video.